a sudden they heard a massive sound, and then Mother Kali from the deity, she comes and she takes that knife and she swings it around and kills all the coins. Because, like, Mother Kali, she is Durga. Durga, like Devi Shakti, the material energy. So she's also Subhadra, sister of Krishna. So she will never tolerate an offense to the devotees. Because all the demigods also, even though they are not fully pure, not always, but they have some knowledge that, first of all, they all accept the idea that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Sometimes they fall into illusion, like Brahma, Mohan Lila, and Govardhan Lila. Sometimes, but most of the time, majority, they have it in mind that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that his devotees, there should never be any offense made to them. Even the demigods respect the devotees. That is the potency of these devotees. They're very rare. So Durlabha, Lava means achieving. Durlabha means it's hard. Like, Dur means not, kind of like that. And Su, like what do you say in English? Super, like Su means like very. So Sudurlabha means very rare. So the devotees, they're very rare, they're very near to Krishna, and they're respected by the whole three worlds. That is the potency of devotee. And so much is the potency of devotees that even in Damodar Lila, when Krishna, the twin trees are there. So he goes through the twin Arjuna trees, and he says that after they finish all their Nalakubera and Manigura finish all their prayers, Krishna said that you are very fortunate to have seen the face of Narada. Because what happened is that Narada Muni saw that they are intoxicated, they're not respectful. Not that their behavior was bad. I mean, their behavior was bad, but they're not respectful. They did not respect Narada Muni. When Narada Muni came, no respect, no care. Did not respect. But they saw Narada Muni. Because if you see Narada Muni, Krishna says, when you see a pure devotee, you're already liberated. And that's potency. Pure devotees are that amazing, basically. And so, what happens is that in Mother Kali, so she burst out of the deity. And then what happened was that she took the knife, the thing they were using to sacrifice Jadavad, and killed all of them. And Jadavad still in the sea, from the paddy field to getting worshipped to almost being about to die, and to now he's just thinking about Krishna, and he is not affected. He's completely transcendental. So he's completely transcendental to the situations. So what happens is that so he walks away, and after some time, there's one king, King Rahugat. So he is on a palanquin. So on the palanquin, what is there are two kind of planks, and then there's the seat, and then so the king was sitting in the seat, and then it was it's a person, so the adult person, so he'll be kind of heavy. So they need 4 men to carry the palanquin. So there were only 3. So they needed one very strong man to carry the palanquin. So then they're searching. They found, this man, he is very strong. He has lots of muscle. He looks because he's working in the paddy field for so long, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of muscle. So this man looks very strong. So we bring him over. So Jadabhat is accepting the will of Krishna and he's zero, so he carries the power. But something happens is that there's some ants on the street. So all the other people are like walking straight, and then Jadabhat, what he's doing, he's looking for the ants. Like before, he was compassionate to that deer, and now he is being compassionate to the ants. But he's not like, carrying the deer or something. He's just facilitating them not getting killed as fast. That's what he's doing. As for the deer, he was like completely absorbed in thoughts of the deer, who will feed the deer, or this and that. He's not like, who will feed the ants and like that. He's thinking that Krishna is in the heart of these ants, let me not step on them. They are also living entities. So he's being compassionate, but it's a more pure compassion than before with the deer. That was, he got attached. This is just compassion. Then what happens is that, so the king says, you seem to be tired, and he starts insulting, and Jadabhat says, actually, for the first time he speaks, he says, what you're saying is just of the body. He explains the whole self-realization. He explains about the difference between the bodies, and then you're thinking you're a king, but actually that is not true. That is just you're in the body of a king. You're actually spirit soul. I'm also spirit soul, and these ants, they're also spirit souls. All of us are spirit souls. So he explains the whole science of self-realization basically, and then Rahugana is, oh my God, I just offended a devotee. This person, like you can tell a devotee by the way he talks. Like Shukadeva Goswami, he looks just 15, 16 years old. When he talks, that is everywhere. Now Srimad Bhagavatam, the 7 days when he talks so deep. That's how we know he's pure devotee. So then what happens is that Rahugana is like, oh my God, he gets off the palanquin and he offers obeisances to Jadabhat, and he accepts him as Guru. And then he said, I'm not afraid of a thunderbolt hitting my head. I'm not afraid of this and that. But I am very afraid of offending a pure devotee. We can just see from all these examples how great a pure devotee is.
Let's stop. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.